and a good morning, good afternoon, and a very good evening to you, the good and wonderful people of the tube. Hope you're feeling grand and all's well in your world. Hello there, everybody. I'm feeling rather good today, people of the tube, as I have some new pedals from the awesome company that is Ukiyo-e to show you today. So, you heard two in the intro jam, and those two are the ones that have made it onto my pedal board. If you saw my pedal board redesign video, whenever that was, you'd have seen what those two were. So basically what it was a Uni-Vibe. I will show you in a minute, but I'm mounted them on board, so I'll have to move the camera. There was a Uni-Vibe, which I'm in love with. It's literally one of the best Uni-Vibes I've ever heard. And there was also a reverb pedal called the Damp, and it does this kind of amazing kind of high shimmer thing when you hold down the button. Anyway, some of the other pedals that I got sent were this. This is called the Edge Delay. Answers on a postcard of who you think that's based on. I mean, even look. Who do you think that is? Cool. This is a wicked delay pedal, though. I'll talk about them a bit more in a bit. We have the Mini Super Chorus. This is a flanger and pitch modulation, so it's got all sorts of stuff. It's really, really cool. And then the other one was the I don't even know how to pronounce this one. It's a chorus pedal. That one. And this is really, really cool. So, and the other two pedals are called the Damp and the Voodoo Vibe. And the Voodoo Vibe is the Uni-Vibe, and obviously the Damp is the reverb pedal. So, these pedals are amazing. Not only are they mini, they're a little bit wider than Tone City, but they're the same size, kind of like, top to bottom, so to say. These have multiple functions, these things. So, your on-off switch is not just ever an on-off switch. So on the Edge delay here, once you turn this pedal on, this turns into a tap tempo. So you can tap in the tempo you want, and if you hold it down, it turns off. It's extraordinarily brilliant. You don't need two switches on the thing. One for tap tempo, one for on and off. You have one. So as soon as that turns on, this is now a tap tempo, and then you hold it down to turn it off. It doesn't get in the way either. Like, sometimes you'd think of well, maybe I won't be able to turn it off in time. You can. You also have, at the top of most of these pedals, a little switch up here, and that cycles through the modes these pedals have. And they all have about 3 modes. I believe it's 3, isn't it? Yeah, apart from the Uni-Vibe. The Uni-Vibe only has 2, which is right for a Uni-Vibe. The rest of them have 3 modes, and you cycle through them on that top switch there. You have updates on this thing. You can plug them in and get updates. They are extraordinarily well made, these things. They just feel solid. When you stand on the switch as well, like for instance, like the damp switch, the one that was giving me that high octave shimmer in the intro jam, when you stand on this switch, it doesn't feel flimsy. You don't feel like you're going to go through it or anything like that. They feel great. And I love the fact they're all multi-purpose. For instance, like the Mini Super Chorus here, you have a chorus, you have pitch modulation, and you also have flange. And again, I'll show you all these in a moo when we get to making sounds with them. On the chorus pedal here, you have a chorus, a stereo chorus, and a CE1 kind of replica kind of tone. On the Edge delay, you have digital delay, analog delay, and tape delay. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. On the Damp pedal, which is the reverb pedal, you have a spring mode, a hall mode, and a plate mode. And the shimmer sound works over all of them. Also another thing as well, I'll say the Edge delay has a tap tempo. The really cool thing is as well, the chorus has a tap tempo. And also, the mini chorus has tap tempo. Now, it's really strange. It's crazy. And also, the Voodoo Vibe, the Uni-Vibe, has tap tempo. So you can change the speed of a the Uni-Vibe sound by just tapping it. So once it's turned on, it's in tap tempo mode. And you just have to tap in the tempo you want, and it'll do that. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. The Damp is the only one doesn't have tap tempo. It's the only one where you hold it down and you get that lovely shimmer. So, without further ado, people of the tube, let's get into some sounds of these things. So what I'll show you first is I'll show you the Damp pedal. So I'll move the camera in a sec so you can see the controls on this thing, and I'll basically go through them. Go through them all. But you'll hear the Damp pedal first, and then we'll hear the Voodoo Vibe pedal, because they're on my pedal board. And then it's absolutely hammering it down with rain outside. And then we'll go on to the Edge delay, the chorus, and then the mini super chorus to finish up. So, if you come here, people of YouTube, I will show you the 2 pedals I have on my pedal board, show you the controls on all of them, and then we'll make some noise. So, let's look at controls. Okay, so here is the Damp pedal we're going to hear first, and hopefully you'll be able to see that. I don't want to get in too close because I don't want it to blur out. So you can see the little black kind of switch in the top. That's how you change the modes. You've got, again, I've got these kind of like little foot switch things on here to make it easier to press. Because I'm using these live, I need that on there. So that's what that is. It's not some kind of weird thing. It's just one of those little things you put on the switch to make it bigger. On the Damp, you have a decay, which obviously is self-explanatory. It depends on how long you want your reverb. Level is how much of the reverb you want. And you also have a tone. So you can make the reverb really dark if you want, or really bright. And I have it all the way up all the time. I like it quite... That's kind of like unity, if you will. That's like, what your guitar tone is. And you can turn it down to get it darker if you want. And it does sound really nice dark. So that's what's on the Damp. And again, you've got a plate, spring, and a hall reverb. And I will show you all different modes on that one. The Voodoo Vibe now. Over here, no prizes for guessing who that's modelled after. The 2 modes you have are Vibe and Chorus. And I have it on the Chorus mode. You can see that by the blue light. So if I press that top button, it'll go red, which means that's the Vibe, and then the blue is Chorus. And the Vibe is just like vibrato, basically. And the Chorus is the, that classic Uni-Vibe sound, which we all know and love. On this one, you've got speed, volume, and intensity. I always have intensity all the way up. One thing to note, people tubies, keep the volume I would say about 12 o'clock if you get one of these Uni-Vibes, because if you turn it up any further than that, it sounds amazing, but for some reason, and I find this with a lot of Uni-Vibes, having the volume down on the actual effect makes it more powerful. And I don't know what that is, but it works on this one. If you turn the volume up on this one, you start to lose some of the effect, not all the effect, but you start to lose some of it. Anyway, that's the 3 controls on that one. And again, watch this. So if I turn that on, you can see the light indicating it's on. Now I can tap tempo it. So really, really fast or slow. And to turn it off, just hit it and it's off. That's it. That is genius. Nuex, you are geniuses. That is absolutely brilliant. Let me show you that again. So the pedal's on. It's in tap tempo. So it's on. So that's the speed. Change the tempo. Whatever you want it to. And then you want it off. Turn it off. Job's a good one. So that's the Uni-Vibe. Absolutely fantastic. I've wanted a Uni-Vibe on my pedal board for absolutely ages, because I can't fit my Roto Vibe on there anymore. And that has just absolutely filled that void. I love it to bits. I used it in a gig vlog and a gig not so long ago, and it just absolutely nailed it. So let's move on to the Edge delay here. So the controls you've got on that are mix. Again, self-explanatory, how much of the delay you want. How many repeats, that's that dial there. And this gives you all different times. So you got 1/8, 1/6, 1/4. All different kind of like times on delay. Again, I will show you all these. And then that little switch at the top goes between digital, analog, and tape. And no light is digital. So when it's unlit, it's digital. When it's got a red light there, it's the analog. And when it's got a blue light there, it's tape. So that's the Edge delay. Just cool. Chorus. This one has an intensity dial, width dial, and the rate. So again, just depending on what you want, like speed wise, basically how seasick do you want to get. And then the button at the top switches between, when there's no light, it's the standard chorus. Red light is a super chorus, and the blue light is a C1. This pedal sounds amazing. It's a great chorus pedal. And then we have the super chorus, which is just more than a super chorus. So you have a speed dial here, again self-explanatory. Width dial there, which sounds ace, and an intensity dial there. and the switch at the top. When the light's off, it's a chorus mode. When it's red, it's pitch modulation, and when it's blue, it's a flanger. So this is cool. And again, all these things do tap tempo. So anyway, so what we're going to do, like I say, we're going to start with the damp. I'll show you the damp pedal. I'll show you the different reverbs. I'll play around with it a bit. Then we'll go to the Voodoo Vibe, and then I'll go to the Edge, delay, chorus, and then the super chorus to finish. So, without further ado, people tube, let's make some noise. Oh, we're going to use the John Oswald today, and we're going to use the Sub-Zero amp. And yeah, so let's make some noise. Okay, people tube, I'm a total idiot, and I totally forgot to mention one thing about the damp pedal. The shimmer effect does not go all over each effect. Each mode has a different thing. So the plate reverb has the shimmer, the spring has like a hold, and the hall as a hold. So basically, if I go to the hall mode really quick and just play a note, it's going to peak the camera, and then hold the switch down, it'll just sustain it for as long as I've got that button pressed down. And then like, once you let it go, it'll just die away. And you can change that. So I'm an idiot. Anyway, back to the noises. Let me turn off room mics, let you hear this thing. This pedal I absolutely am in love with. So back to the plate mode. Okay, let's make some noise. fact, that isn't even scratching the surface. If I was literally to go into every detail of these pedals, we'd be here all day. And I'd be quite okay with that, to be perfectly honest with you. But I don't want to get crazy. But these things are amazing. Like I say, the Damp pedal and the Voodoo Vibe are like my favourite. Like they went straight on my pedal board. They were the reason I redesigned my pedal board. As soon as I got these through from Nuex and I plugged those in, I was just like, I need them on my pedal board. I need them on my pedal board. So I got the other engine room and set about redesigning, and they're on there now, which makes me very happy. But these other pedals, like the Edge, the Chorus, and the Super Chorus, are fantastic. I love the delay. The Edge delay pedal is amazing. Where is it? It's the purple one, isn't it? That one. That is brilliant. I absolutely love it. I love the digital. I love the fact that you've got digital, analog, and tape. And the tape delay, you heard me messing around with that. It does this weird slowdown thing if you mess with it too much. The time dial, if you mess with that over 12 o'clock, you can hear it kind of go. It does that weird thing. And again, all these pedals have so much in them for something the size of like my nose. You know, they're insane. Like, where does it all go? They're so good, these things. I really love them. And again, massive thanks to Nuex for sending me these pedals, because I'm having so much fun with them. That's like I said, especially my two favourites, the Voodoo Vibe and the Damp, are just fantastic. But they really are fun. Like, I love the Chorus pedal as well. The C1 mode, obviously, is my favourite. I wonder why that is. But it's it sounds like that Chorus. It's got that John Frusciante thing. The standard chorus on the thing, it reminds me of Andy Summers / Bryan Adams kind of thing. It's just super cool. The delay is easy to use. The mini chorus is crazy. The mini super chorus is crazy. These things are so good. I love them. Like I say, I'm using two of them on my board. They are absolutely amazing. I love the Uni-Vibe. I love the Damp pedal. I love that Shimmer. I love the hold mode. The fact that the switch is like a tap tempo as well. Like multi-function in something so small. Wow, people are doing. These things are amazing. I highly recommend going out and trying these things. If you're after like a Uni-Vibe in a small space, in all fairness, I recommend the Voodoo Vibe highly now. That is going to be my Uni-Vibe for until this one dies, and then when this one dies, I'll buy another one of these. Because that is amazing. I love the Damp pedal. I love the reverbs in that. They work so well. All the effects you heard today as well, YouTube, are going into the front end of the amp. No effects loops used. They're all into the front end. Most of the time I had the golden plexi on just to kind of give me that's my clean tone. And I thought I would show more clean than I would with distortion, because you hear the effect better. They work great with distortion. The choruses, the delays, the Damp and the Voodoo Vibe, they work so well with distortion, as you heard some of them. But I just wanted to show you certain ones, like the chorus ones with just a cleanish kind of sound. I didn't want to go too crazy distortion. But they do work. And again, I implore you, PeopleTube, to go out and try these things for yourself. They are absolutely amazing. They have a power input in the right place as well. I don't like power inputs on the side of the pedals, but that's me. I love having them on the top. It makes me a lot happier than having them in the side. But that's personal preference. Another thing to note, PeopleTube, is when you get these pedals, they obviously come with the instruction book and a very, very cool box, but they also come with Velcro as well, which fit into these little detents on the back. So they come with their own Velcro, so you don't have to do that, and it's really good. That's what's holding these down. And it works. It works. So, wow. Yeah. Cheers. What else to say? I mean, I don't really know what else to say, is there? Can anyone think of anything? I can't. But like I say, I'm basically barely scratching the surface of these pedals today. But there's so much you can do with them. I kind of feel very kind of like ill-equipped to deal with some of these pedals. Because... I'm kind of that person who kind of once a pedal does one thing, it is that thing and it never changes. So if I used the Edge delay, it would be one delay setting and that would be it. So, I'm kind of ill-equipped. and useless. But hopefully you can hear how good these things are. The chorus pedals are great. I love the flange effect on this pedal. The mini super chorus is great. These are fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Nu-X, you rule. I really love it. Like I say, 2 of them on the board. Yeah, I'm not just saying it for the sake of, like, you know, oh, they sent me pedals. I'm saying it because I actually mean it. Like, I don't lie on this channel. If I like something, I'll tell you. If I don't like it, I will tell you. But, like, the fact I've got 2 of their pedals on my board now, hopefully that says that I'm not, you know, trying to run you up the wrong way in my life, because I'm really not. I love these things. They sound great. They feel great. Again, they don't feel like they're going to fall apart, which is great, which is always a good thing. Yeah. Job's a good one. I actually don't know how much these things are, to be honest with you, people. Let me have a look quick, because I forget offhand how much these things are. So let me have a quick look. I'll be back. Okay, so just looked at the prices. So these are about £80 each. So they are a little bit pricey, but they do sound good. And again, they are multi-function. It's not just kind of like one, a pedal does one thing. There's so much in these things. Like I say, so much so I'm properly ill-equipped to tell you really what they all do. Like I said, I basically barely scratched the surface today. But they are multi-function. You know, in this one, you've got a pitch modulation, chorus, and a flanger in one. This is 3 different types of delay. This is 3 different types of chorus. You've got 3 different types of reverb. And a Uni-Vibe that just basically is the best thing since sliced bread. So I can understand the price, but it is a bit pricey. But still sub £100. So, you know, that's pretty cool. And again, the way they sound, the way they feel, and the size of them as well. The really cool thing is, again, the size. They're tiny. You know, it's not going to take up too much real estate on your board. I'm so happy they are the size they are, because, like I say, the Damp and the Voodoo Vibe, they fit on my board really nicely, and I'm happy about that. Because, like I say, I've wanted a Uni-Vibe for ages, but the ones I've tried that I've liked have always been too big. The closest I got was the MXR Uni-Vibe, and it was just a bit too big. I couldn't fit it anywhere. So this is an absolute godsend. But yeah, anyway, that's enough waffle. People of YouTube, what are your thoughts on these pedals of what you heard today with my very limited kind of quick run through of the sounds? What are your thoughts on them? And do you have any? Like I say, and again, if you're after a Uni-Vibe, I really recommend the Voodoo Vibe. It's amazing. If you're after a really awesome chorus, this one is amazing. I've got to say, between the Angel Wing chorus by Tone City and this, I'm struggling to know which one I prefer. I really don't know. Because the Angel Wing is like the cheap chorus. But this does a little bit more than that. You know, like I say, you've got all different kind of choruses in this, and it does do more. But I still love the Tone City Angel Wing, but I think if I was pushed, I think I would probably go for this, just because it has more, just in case I want it. But then the Angel Wing does that. I don't know, PeopleTube. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I will love you and leave you. Have a great morning, afternoon, good evening, PeopleTube. If you like the videos I do here on this channel, please consider becoming a patron at Patreon. Link to that is down there, as well as link to my Bandcamp, where you can listen to my music. Other than that, oh yeah, and again, massive thanks to Nu-X. I have to say massive thanks to Nu-X again for sending me these pedals for review, because they are absolutely fantastic. Other than that, PeopleTube, thank you so much for watching. These things sound amazing. I hope the sounds came across okay. My limited naff ability to show them, but hopefully it's okay. And I hope you enjoyed this vid, and I'll see you again very soon for another one. Yeah, goodbye now. Thank you for watching, and seriously, go check these things out.